Hello? We're apparently live. Okay, now we're live. Hiya, Carrera, people! How are you all? And thank you all for joining me from Jerm stream. Very welcome, and thank you for being here tonight. Yeah, so if any of you saw the thumbnail, it's actually missing. We're missing our Joker. I wonder where he is, because he's been missing for a while. But I hope Mr. Null, he's restarting his Skype and he'll be joining me hopefully soon. I actually wanted to stream at 9, and then of course Jerm had decided to do his stream, so I obviously did the courtesy of postponing. Yes, but yeah, what an eventful day. I mean, this morning was exhilarating. I don't think Jerm was too harsh. I think he a little bit, but I think he was all very well. And I see he's joining us. TG guy, is Jerm there? Jerm, can you say hello?
Hello.
Hope everything runs smoothly.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you perfectly.
Cool.
So I was just saying what an exhilarating morning it was this morning having you on with that guy. On with him for 2 hours. I could only listen for like an hour and a bit. Did he apologize on Twitter? Did he apologize?
About what?
Well, for being a douche.
Look, I don't think he was a douchebag or anything like that, but it just was difficult to have a conversation with. By the way, cheers, yeah.
But I thought he. Should we not talk about it anymore? So
yeah, you can. I don't mind.
Because look, I'm not on Twitter. I don't see what goes on Twitter. But you mentioned that someone had been he said, throwing the shots on Twitter.
Oh, it was him. Yeah, you know, he was taking a lot of.
Exactly, so he should flip and apologize.
Ugh, doesn't matter.
Yeah, I suppose. But he said he would, and his pitiful sorry this morning was just, it's like, but let's not give him any more attention than he deserves, shall we?
This is your channel.
And yeah, is it warming up in Cape Town? Because it's pretty icy up here in Gauteng.
No, it's global warming is amazing here in Cape Town at the moment. It's just so freezing.
I saw that, you know, of course, one of my hobbies is, I always say meteorology. Is it meteorology? Remember you said this other day, like it should be about rocks.
Yeah, meteorology is not about meteors. You would think it is. By the way, sorry, I have to interrupt you. I'm looking at the stream that's on YouTube, the video feed, and it keeps switching between you and me. Is it something that's I'm doing wrong, or is it something that's happening on your side?
No, you guys just playing. He's going to stabilize it soon.
Okay.
Like lots of buttons.
Right.
I should be a very happy woman because pushes but he tends to push the wrong ones with me. So you were talking about Harry.
I was.
Harry Potter was. Is my mic okay? Everybody is the sun. Hello, everybody. Hello, Bradley Cook. Why is it? Oh, on the settings on Skype. My Skype settings might be on. 1 second. Sorry, people. Settings there. Okay, 1 second. Video. Oh, right.
Must I do something?
No.
Not
Sorry,
okay.
me and my left-handed brainness trying to figure out. There we go. Trying to figure out everything. Okay, there we go. Now it should be loud and clear.
Your sound is quite good now.
Okay, perfect.
I can hear myself though.
Oh dear. Hold on. Let's mute. Wait. TG? Can Jerm speak? Sorry, guys. Okay, anyway, let's just say hello to a few. Sweatum DG. How's it? How's it, Femme Fatale? Linda Smith, Gentle Inflatables, Elizabeth, Bradley Cook, nice to see you. Penny Williams. Who else have I missed? Yeah, how's it, everybody? Thanks, Jerm, for giving us a shout out. So, yes, we were talking about Harry Potter. So, in 2000, I went drinking at a pub called Cool Runnings in Pretoria many a year ago. I don't know if there was a Cool Runnings in Cape Town. I'm sure there was the equivalent.
There was.
Right?
There was, yeah.
So that night I was actually supposed to go to disco with my best mate and her cousin who was down here from Bulawayo. They moved to Cape Town shortly after that, but they were sort of testing the South African waters. This was, 2000. And they were going to go to, I can't even remember the name of the club that she wanted to go to, but they used to play every Saturday night, like the same, I don't know who the DJ was. He was awful. They'd play the same music over and over and over again. Like, that Mickey song? Hey, Mickey. Okay, I'm not going to go there.
Oh, that one.
That one. And they'd play the same cuck music every week. And I just said to her, no, I'm not like it's kind of place that would stay open till 4 a.m. And
I remember those days.
Yeah, like and then you'd go to that other place in Hatfield. Anyone who from Pretoria, give me a clue. I can't think of the name now. But yes, or you'd go to Tings and Times, but Tings would probably only stay open till like 2 or 3. Tings and Times was the best place ever. Anyway, so I was supposed to go clubbing. Thank God I didn't. Something last minute made me change my mind, put on my caterpillars, jeans, a jacket, and decide, and the reason it was important was because my boyfriend at the time had a motorbike, and my mother hated the fact that, of course, I was on the pillion on the back of a motorbike. But I was literally wearing a short mini skirt with high heels, and then I decided, nah, I'm not keen to go out dancing. I'll rather go to Cool Runnings. Anyway, point of the story is, we were involved in an accident that night. There was a Madame Butterfly concert outside Loftus, and we went ramming into the back of a car. I went flying 100 meters in the air. Basically, I broke my left femur. My boyfriend broke his right femur, ribs, yada yada. Okay, very sort of surreal near-death experience. And years later, when I had the metal pin taken out of my leg, we were house sitting this little girl and her family, and she gave me a Harry Potter book. And at that time, Exclusive Books was full of Harry Potter. You saw Harry Potter and you looked at this kid with the glasses and you thought, oh, really? Like, this looks really retarded. Anyway, she brought me the book to read. And I'd gone through the magazines that I'd had and been through them already 3 times, read all the articles, read all the stuff. And I thought, let me pick up this Harry Potter. And it was the 3rd book. Was it the 4th? The Prisoner of Azkaban. Okay? I'm going to get it for you. 1 second. One of the originals. So, okay. Right. This is the 3rd book, I think. 3rd or 4th book.
How many Harry Potter books are there?
9 and a half. They're like, there's two split sections in the last one.
What is it even about? It's about a kid who goes to magic school.
No, so Harry Potter basically becomes an orphan, okay, and he gets shoved living with his aunt and his uncle, who is by marriage, and they're a spoiled brat of a kid.
Right.
And they treat him like shit. It's a bit of a Cinderella story, sort of.
Okay.
And he finds out that he's actually this magician and all these cool characters. The cool thing about Harry Potter is not so much Harry, but the characters and the fascinating stories within, like the Marauder's map. So the Marauder's map is basically, he gets given all these presents from people and left heirlooms and things because he's actually from a very esteemed family. Like, it's someone who's dealing with self-worth and self-esteem, because Harry thinks he's useless. He's been put down by his aunt and this uncle and this horrible cousin of his, and his whole life he's been put down, and he's actually he's so powerful if he just believes in himself. And I think that's the lesson for all of us. Sorry, I get philosophical.
There's a lesson from Harry Potter. All right.
But the most awesome things is that he gets to meet a hippogriff. And that's what a hippogriff looks like. And a hippogriff is like half horse type, griffin type creature that's very noble. And it saves him, and he saves the hippogriff, and this friendship is formed, and it's just very, very cool.
It's based on a true story.
100%. My life 30. No. But the movies, I don't think that I mean, the movies were cool, but if you'd read the books, you would have, for me, I mean, I was never a book reader. Okay. Even though, I'm reading that book, and Professor Ryan Blumenthal will eventually come on my channel. He's just a bit busy with, obviously, COVID now, and he's busy at work. Very fascinating stuff. But I picked up this book, and if you look at the writing, if you're not a reader, it's easy to read, and the speed of the book and the interest goes really quickly. Like, you're turning pages before you've even, like, half an hour in, and you're already like 3/4 through the book.
It sounds exhilarating.
No, like motorbikes, I know. Yes, like motorbikes. Do you like motorbikes, Jerm?
Sort of. I had one when I was a teenager. I wrote it off, but that was my last experience with the motorbike, I suppose.
Sure.
I had a scrambler.
You didn't write yourself off.
Yeah, I had a scrambler. So I had it's a funny story how I wrote it off. It's a very lame story. In fact, it's a proper anticlimax. But I nevertheless rode off my motorbike. But I had this off-road bike, and when I was growing up, we lived on a road that was a downhill, and so I was friends with a number of people who lived in the street. And I also had a bit of a skateboarding thing at that stage. So I would just get, and so I had some mates who were skateboarding. And so what they did was they built a quarter pipe at the bottom of the street. So the street was a decline, and they built a quarter pipe at the bottom. And they said, yes, you to ramp the quarter pipe with your bike. So I said, okay, cool, I'll do it. So I rode to the top of the street, and I went at like full speed down towards the quarter pipe. Yeah. And as I hit the quarter pipe, the bike didn't even ramp. It broke the quarter pipe, but because I hit it, the bike, I flipped up in like straight up, and the quarter pipe broke. And I flew up into the air, landed on the tar, and then the bike fell on top of me.
And you're alive, walking, and capable of speech and breathing and...
Oh, yeah. Amazingly enough, I didn't break any bones, but the bike was pretty much shot.
Yeah, the bruise, yeah? How's it, the bruise?
They're asking if it was a mongoose. No, it was I can't remember. It was a Honda, Yamaha or something. I can't remember what it was.
Sorry, I came off a Honda 850, but I was riding pillion. Listen, I still want to get a bike that can fit me, except most bikes that can fit me are kiddies' bikes. Not that you get motorbikes that could fit me. By the way, yeah, I think we've discussed this, that I'm 4'11".
What does that mean?
I'm 1 meter 47 centimeters, which means I'm not even a meter and a half.
1 meter 47, Ruth.
Yeah.
Good heavens.
I'm like a midget.
That's really short. I think I'm 185 or thereabouts, or 186.
Yeah, how tall is Herman and you?
One is much taller than I am.
Wow.
Mm.
Holy shoe.
I look up at him.
Holy shit. Yeah, he
Mm.
looks like a big dude. He'd probably stand on his knees. I had a friend once who was really large. And how we met was I worked at the restaurant across from the Musica in Brooklyn. I was studying. And he was this tall dude standing there. And we said hi to each other. And then he walked up to me, got on his knees, and he was my height. And he was 6'3", 6'4". Yeah, he was
147 is very short.
no shit, Sherlock.
Bill Clinton wouldn't have minded.
CG guy's driving me insane. He keeps moving me. Sorry, people, if you're getting a bit seasick, can you stop moving me? I'm sure I'm not you, Jerm. What?
Well, I'm just saying that.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that for the purposes of Bill Clinton, your height would have probably been perfect.
I don't know how tall he is, but yeah, no. Most people like
you don't need to bend the knee.
No, I don't. No, not quite. No, I'm not midget size. I actually once went on a date, and my dog loves kids. Okay, like any child, my dog will happily go up and give her a lick and this midget totally confused my dog. My dog growled the entire evening, just couldn't understand why this kid had a man voice. It was very weird. So I'm taller than a midget or a small person, a dwarf. Not that I have anything against dwarfs, but I don't think he liked me much. Maybe I was a bit shallow for him.
What was the comedian's name again? I forget his name now. Billy Connolly, as he said, you can't say dwarves. You say little people.
But then I'm also a little people. I'm a head taller than a little people.
Mr. Smokey wants to know if you're currently standing.
No, but I can stand now if he really wants to know. So yeah. I'm not.
So
140.
So the brew says who'd win a fight between Bianca and Alistair, asking for a friend. I don't know, because I don't often get to see two women fighting.
Brilliant.
Mind you, though, I absolutely approve of women fighting if they're in bikinis and oiled up.
Yeah, but then the bikinis just shift to the left and to the right, and then you see flashes of stuff that you don't want. Well, maybe guys want to see that, but I don't. Yeah, okay.
You say it like it's a bad thing.
No. Rather do it naked, but just make sure all your bits are tucked away and everything. Rather be naked with stars on the areolas and stuff. You don't want to get a surprise and say, "Oh, there's a flash."
Can I ask you something quickly? Naked. Since you mentioned that, I want to ask you something.
Yeah.
When I was where was I? Can't remember anymore. No, it's too late now. But I was trying to find those little things that you stick on, like this. But you get the tassels and things.
Yes.
Where do you buy those? Does anybody know, Ruth? Do you know?
I'm having soon. I'm also who deals in toys, and maybe she'll know. I know she's
just those little, just
I'm sure costume shops or sex shops should have them.
Costume shops. Oh.
Costume shops in the comments. Does anyone know?
Yeah. Does anybody know where you get those little nipple tassels or whatever they're called? I don't know what you call them.
Why, do you want to do a belly dance first, Jim?
You have no idea how badly I want to. Oh, okay. I want to put tassels on my nipples for your viewers, Ruth.
Oh, I can't wait. Sure, it's going to be as long as you choose the music.
It'll be Die Antwoord. Nice and romantic.
Nee, donkey. By the way, Just before lockdown, a friend of mine had her birthday at the Turkish castle here in, I think it's Pier van Reineveld. Holy cow. I didn't even realize a place like that existed. And I've been like living here my whole life, nearly, except in Joburg and Cape Town a few years. But they had like proper belly dancing, and you can sit on pillows. It's like a proper cool flippin' place. And you can have vendors there. You can have like hire the place out for like functions and stuff. It's near the St. George's Hotel as well. By the way, speaking of that, when are we doing our YouTube, like not tour, but our YouTube like convention? For everybody in the comments and for all our followers to like come and meet us and we interact. Remember you said you wanted to do something like that?
I do remember that. No, I haven't thought any further about that. It's something that
I've been thinking about it daily. I've been thinking venue, where, how many people, would it be like
I have no idea, but
thing?
I suspect it'll be up in Joburg.
Like we should invite vendors as well, people who like costumes, toys, like sort of a Sexpo meets Comic-Con.
Have you ever been to a Sexpo?
Pardon?
Have you ever been to a Sexpo?
Yes, I did. I went last year on crutches. And
it's so boring. I went to Sexpo as well. It was mindlessly boring.
I understand why you thought it was boring. I make any party fun for myself. I met Francesca from what was her? She was a belly, not a belly dancer, a burlesque. She was a burlesque dancer. And she had invited us because she saw I was on crutches and we wanted a photo with her. And I still have those photos somewhere. Sorry, you're tired.
No.
And we ended up having shots of whiskey in her change room at the back of the square in Menlyn. Like we went backstage and we're having shots of whiskey with her, and I was on crutches. I just like broken. What did I break? My ankle? No, or my toes? I don't know. I'm always breaking like my feet. And every December when I wear flip-flops, there's a wall in my office that I tend to connect with, and I was on crutches. So I was drunk at Sexpo. It was boring. I enjoyed like the vendors. I enjoyed looking at the cool things you can buy, and watched a bit of the burlesque. But I get what you're saying. Like you build it up in your head, and when you get there, you're so disappointed.
Yeah, it's very disappointing. I don't know why it is so disappointing. I think what it is that you get there, and it's basically a bunch of stalls of sex shops. Basically, they're all selling dildos and like handcuffs. And then there's a workshop at 2 p.m. that tells you how to give the perfect blowjob, and then there are three girls in bikinis from Russia who essentially just work at Mavericks. Yeah, there you go. You see?
So that's in the back of the change rooms.
Right.
That's Francesca. In fact, I hope she's
right. And she's from Ukraine.
No, she's from Johannesburg.
Oh, okay.
And that's all I'm going to say on the matter. I actually messaged her, but I think COVID scared her into non-existence.
What is she? Is she a stripper?
No, she's a burlesque dancer. They don't strip, but they wear tassels and boas and fans.
Where does she still perform?
Yes, she's performed at H2O. She's on Instagram. I don't know why she's gone so quiet. She's when I contacted her, she went sort of I don't know what. You never know what's going on with people. So until she contacts someone else, messaged me from her from the number, and it was just like an avoidance, so it's fine.
No, I'm asking because I'm actually trying to get a porn star onto my show.
Have you heard of this transvestite amazing comedian called Silly Lily? Silly Lily.
No, you know why? Because it's too scary to go onto Google to type in these things.
Wait, let me see if I can find it quickly. I think she's got a YouTube channel. I call her she. Silly.
But yeah, I'm trying to get Porn Star onto my show.
God, it comes up with a whole lot of kid stuff. Oh, is it called? She's on my Facebook. Does anyone know what I'm? It's like it's obviously a transvestite, and she goes, "Hi, doll." Yes, like she does the whole Santon Kugel Glen Hazel thing, and but meanwhile it's this transvestite woman, but she's very funny. Well, if you like that sort of thing, that's oh God,
Are you saying? Wait a minute. Did you just say that I like transvestites?
Why not? No, I didn't say that.
No, I thought you knew. I'm a chauvinist, sexist pig. I don't like such things, Ruth. I don't like such things.
No, not at all. And you hate gay people.
I hate gay people.
Yes.
And I especially
silly, comedic. There's shame. Yeah, that's her. And I was gonna call her next week and find out if I could bring her on my show.
Okay.
But I've also got lots of cool things lined up, and I love the way your direction's going as well. By the way, I haven't seen you drink. Come have a drink.
Yeah.
Cheers, brew.
Yeah.
But you got your bottle right there.
That's right. Yeah.
Okay,
but I've got to drink very, very slowly, not because of lockdown, but because I don't think we're allowed to buy over the weekend. Are we?
Listen, I have sufficient. And are you allowed to travel with it? That's what I want to know. I've been invited to a 21st. Okay, I don't know why TG guys telling me to stay where I'm put. Okay.
No, you're sitting off center now. That's why.
Yeah, I know, because I'm not looking at the stream. I'm just looking at you.
Oh baby,
If we go to a mate on Saturday, can I have a bottle of booze in my car? And if I'm stopped, what then? I
don't know. That's a good question. I don't worry about these things though. That's the thing. That's why I don't know.
Neither do I really. It's just I have responsibilities. I can't be arrested.
Oh no, I also really can't be actually. I mean, I've got a wife, but I still don't really care about these things. I don't know. It's like a weird balancing act.
Yeah. No, so I just want to sort of know what I'm like personally to the government, but the fact that there's still a curfew, like, oh yeah, we have to be home before we turn into pumpkins, before the virus hits us. Boof. You know, no, it's annoying. Like, and because we like frogs in a pot that's been cold water, and then the older days in sorry, I just want to actually take this. Yeah, so the reason of the stream is actually to say, where is my Joker? My Joker is missing in action. I want him back.
Was he supposed to be joining us?
Hey?
Was he supposed to be joining us? Oh, by the way, I just want to ask you something.
Yeah.
Did I during Ronaldo's stream, when I decided on the spot to do my own stream, did I like take your time slot?
Yeah, I don't have a time slot as yet. Jerm, I've been going for like 2 weeks. Like, I'd like to do 7 o'clock, because if I do an early show, then I still am able to like watch a movie afterwards, Like, I don't want it to be too late. But I am sort of sleeping better. I was given a marvelous tincture, and I got some CBD oil, and a CBD vape. Whether it's helped or not, who knows? But yeah, I'm not.
Well, I don't do shows really anymore in the evenings. Other than like if I'm like tonight, I felt like doing a stream just because I was a bit pissed off at my stream this morning. And I actually wanted just to chat. Actually, this was the thing. I wanted to chat to Ronaldo because he and I both chatted. Both of us had conversations with like sort of woke people.
Yes, I got that.
And so when I set up the stream, I thought he was going to join, and then he cancelled because he had an issue in his ward. So, but the only reason why these days I do night streams, I suppose, is to join Gideon on his whiskey Friday thing. If I feel like it. or if I'm not doing something. And because I sometimes get American guests,
Okay.
and there's a time zone problem.
No, Jerm, don't worry about me. Like, seriously,
Mm.
like, if you didn't
No,
take
I
any
want to.
time off.
I don't want to. I don't want to like go into your time slot because I want to help you grow.
Thank you. Thank you and appreciate it. So, people, if you here new and you haven't subscribed yet, click the subscribe button and it will turn green and you might win a prize.
I've got prizes as well. I've got lots.
I want to for your mugs. Yeah, and you see my mugs at the yes, exactly. They're your mugs. Can you see them in the distance there? They're like so special. I don't want to use them. In fact, can I get the one that I really want? Wait, 1 second. Okay, so we've got. I'm gonna get them both, but one's TG's and one's mine, and I'm gonna get another one. In fact, you should make box sets.
I am gonna make a box set. Yeah.
Yeah. So there's that one, which is my favorite.
Everything I want in a man.
That's it. What more can I ask for?
Basically, what you're saying is that you want a rich dickhead.
Yeah, well, I might be. Yeah, why not? The shoe fits. And then, okay, this one.
Ruth, I just want to point out something about that other mug of yours.
Which one?
No, for the first one.
Oh, yes.
I just realized you're Jewish, so that.
Perfect. Thank you so much. You're so considerate. But with all due respect, when a penile is erect, you don't know whether there's a difference, or at least not aesthetically anyway, right?
I don't know. I don't look at these things, so.
Well, I have, and aesthetically, when it's in its full performance stature, there's no difference. It's not like with uncircumcised, you see a hanging thing. Okay, some people are seriously going to go, ew, this is so gross. But I don't mind talking about this stuff. But thank you for being considerate and considering the Jewish, the Jewish consumer.
Tradition, yes.
Yes.
Well, I mean, look, if you're going to draw a penis, you don't draw a penis that isn't circumcised. It just doesn't work right when you draw it.
I wouldn't know, Jerm. I haven't drawn many penises in my
life.
No,
I have. I'm a guy. Guys draw penises.
Oh, you should do a collection. Like, what was that thing in Brighton? The Wall of Vaginas. Did you ever see that? Not the vagina monologues. That guy who decided to break the internet with where he was sick and tired of women feeling shameful about their vaginas, and
no, I don't know about
did a mold, a huge cast mold of all the different types of vaginas that you get.
It's a very awful thing to draw. I hate drawing it. I never draw it, actually, to be honest. Yeah, I never draw it.
Okay, fine. No one's asking you to.
I see that someone's asking about my prank video. Okay, so I have an admission to make. I haven't gone any further with it. I promised a few weeks ago. Ronaldo was very high, and he joined my stream, and he I must make a prank video, and I said I will make a prank video with Joe Emilio. Joe's agreed to do a prank video, and we want to do a few of them based around COVID. We've got some very funny ideas, but stuff got in the way, and because remember, making a prank video doesn't make any money, so it's time that we've got to find to make it in our schedules, and so we haven't been able to synchronize our calendars. I was going to say synchronize our cycles, synchronize our calendars yet. We haven't been able to synchronize our cycles yet to make the prank video. It's taking a hell of a lot longer than I was hoping, but with luck, we'll get there. With some luck, we'll get there. At the moment, to be very truthful, I'm trying to do a lot of work in a day that's paying work. I've lost a bunch of contracts during this lockdown, and it has affected me financially. And going out and doing prank videos that is just not part of my priority at the moment. As much as I want to, but I also need to. I need to actually stay married and not have my wife divorcing me because I'm losing contracts all over the place and going out to make prank videos.
Yeah, you sound very responsible. Very, very, very responsible. No, sure, and I believe things happen at the right time. But I mean, look, I can help you organize. I don't mind. You give me the center where you want to film it. I will phone the people and I will say this is the situation. We want to create humor due to the depressive nature of like this pandemic, and of course I'll play into the narrative, and then we'll do it, and I'll help you with a couple of phone calls, and I'll get the permission for you. So that's one thing done. It's a pity I'm not in Cape Town because I could so coordinate. In fact,
Mr. Smokey said, but you can go to Sexpos. I haven't been to a Sexpo in many years.
it's coming up, isn't it? It's supposed to be in September usually.
Ah!
It is in September.
You made a pun.
Who?
You.
What? Coming up. I always do that though. I've been known to do that. Thanks, Jim.
I can do it off the bat before I go to the coffee shop every morning, says Elizabeth. Elizabeth,
She's flippin' marvelous, Elizabeth.
This is true. This is true to some degree, but listen, I've made a couple of videos in the past. It's actually a lot more work than you realize. There's a lot of planning. Particularly if you're going into some sort of shopping center, oh my word. You've got to deal with security and you've got to deal with management and anything that if you're going to do anything like this, it's got to generally be fairly guerrilla. It's got to be quick because otherwise I remember I tried to do a prank video inside Checkers once upon a time without telling them. And I had a hidden camera, and the hidden camera. So what happened was I filled a trolley with fake stuff. Like I just put boxes and things that I wasn't going to buy because I needed to put stuff into the trolley to look like I had stuff in the trolley. The camera. So I had a lapel mic attached to me, and I've actually got it here somewhere still. I've actually got the lapel mic. Here it is. I haven't used this in such a long time. Let me open this. Show you. Look at that. There it is.
Very snazzy.
I actually had this thing attached to me. Look at that. How cute is that? There's the little. They call that a dead cat.
Okay, dead cat.
So that little dead cat sits on top of the microphone so that it buffers the air.
Right.
And so I was inside Checkers, and I had the lapel on me, and we put the camera under a blanket. Like we took a blanket from one of the aisles and like we were gonna buy it, and put it on top of the toys and boxes and things so it was hidden, and then pushed it down the aisles, because that's how we could film. But one of the security guys noticed something. He picked up on it.
Security guard. He was a
good security guard. Yeah, and I think I got through about 30 minutes of filming, and then he came up to us. He didn't say anything, and he just lifted up the blanket and he pointed at the camera. He said, "What are you doing?" And I said, "Look, we're making a prank video." He said, "You're not allowed to."
Yeah, now with this, what's the story about the, I don't know, PAIA or something, this Protection of Information Act or some cuck? Oh, did you guys giving me directional stuff? You should have been a choreographer. Anyway, what is the story going on? Because apparently they're trying, and there's this whole conspiracy with China as well, that because China literally owns us now, they are apparently going back to something called the point system, where people are not paid. They get points for being social creatures. And I honestly feel it's like some Star Wars nightmare where you get credits. Like you live your life with credits, and you'll be valued in society by how many credits you have. I don't know if anyone thinks this is another conspiracy to go down through.
I don't know.
Down a rabbit hole.
I can only focus on one conspiracy theory at a time.
Flip it.
I can't multitask, Ruth.
Oh yes, you can. You're very intelligent. Come now, don't be
I
silly.
absolutely
Don't be so
cannot
modest.
multitask.
Oh, rubbish.
I absolutely cannot watch a movie, cook, and have sex at the same time.
Sure, no, that's especially if someone lands on the stove plate. That's just nasty.
And it's even more difficult when we're trying to entertain guests.
What's it called? Those people who have sex, who like watching
Voyeurs.
Hey, voyeurs. Yes.
Voyeurs.
I never get a friend of mine once tried to get me to watch someone.
Oh, I didn't know that Rameka is here. She's in the comments. Rameka. Yes, man, Mareka.
Yes, Mareka. Hello, Mareka.
But
hello,
I once got her name wrong. I called her Rameka.
That's not gonna let you forget it.
But I don't know why she still writes her name as Mareka. I think she sounds better as Rameka.
Well, she doesn't drink rum, really. She's more of a whiskey girl, so it should be Wareka.
Listen, I am so looking forward to having a drink with Mareka when we do. Mareka has got the greatest collection of whiskey, from what I've seen at least. So, yeah. And I'm hoping to be up in Gauteng fairly soon. Mareka, if you're still watching, I'm going to be in Gauteng soon, hopefully. Cool. So you need to come down to Pretoria.
Okay, cool. So
where are you?
I'm in Pretoria. In fact, that's the one thing I was saying on Ronaldo's stream. I'm so
Are you in Pretoria?
Yes.
Oh, what a pleasure.
Yes.
Wonderful.
I'm not trying to invite myself now or anything.
But no. I'm gonna invite you.
Ah, okay. Thank you. Merci, monsieur. Merci.
Yeah, Fakaf.
Fakaf, sir. What are you doing? Is this your dog? That's your dog bite.
That is not my dig.
I thought you said your dog does not bite.
The upright man says I owe him a beer. I have no idea who the upright man is. Like it's when people have names like this. I mean,
there he is.
There's the.
Oh, could it be my Joker, sir?
Jerm, did the woke left break you today? Yes, I admit.
But we were with you. We were with you. You are not broken. We have put you together. You are not. Do not. You are
not. They broke me for 30 minutes. I had a moment of weakness.
No, don't be so hard on yourself. Ha ha. That's for your wife to do.
I'm sorry. That's inappropriate, Ruth. Do not make such jokes. Listen, I'm a good person. I don't make below the belt jokes. Ruth, you should also only make very church-based jokes.
You mean above the belt jokes? Yeah,
upright mind says Stefan. Upright man. Oh, Stefan, as in like Marxist ZA Stefan.
Huh?
If it's the same Stefan, yes. With the greatest of pleasure. Victoria. With the greatest of pleasure, Stefan, I will absolutely buy you a beer. I assume I have to buy the beer because you're a Marxist.
I'll buy. Okay, I'll buy a round. Oh, by the way, I went in and I got myself an account today, so I can put on a Snap scan or something, I still have to. Yes, I don't know. The days just aren't long enough. There's just not enough hours in the day. Finding.
Hey, listen, I just want to say quickly. So he's just confirmed that it is him. I just want to say, like the upright Stefan. So he is one of the few lefties with whom I think I could actually be friends. He's a good guy. I've had him twice on my show. He's a self-confessed Marxist, right? But here's the thing, right? Stefan is a really good guy. He is genuinely convicted by what he says, and I love that. I love the fact that he genuinely believes in. He's not being artificial. You know what I mean? He's not saying something to impress. He genuinely is convicted. Yeah, but he's convicted by it, and I love that. I love it. I love the fact because that makes him principled.
Yes,
and because and even if I disagree with him on his fundamental position, politically or ideologically, it doesn't matter, because I know what his position is. He knows what my position is, and so therefore we can find common ground.
Yes. And you
And
say,
I think he's a great guy.
okay, cool. Well, how's it, upright man?
Mm.
Could you be the man I'm looking for? No, I'm teasing TG. Don't get all upset now. Don't get all sensitive. But yeah, so there's the upright man right there.
In actual fact, Stefan, I think I did promise him a coffee mug, and I'm not sure if I ever sent him one. Stefan, send me an email. I know that you're watching now. Send me an email, jerm@jermwarfare.com. Send me an email. I'm going to send you a mug. I think I did promise you one, because he was on my show twice.
Okay,
You should, in fact, Ruth, get him on your show.
Okay.
He's a Marxist, so it'll make for good conversation.
You must see my son. My son got sort of sucked in, also down a certain rabbit hole, and he wanted to be in love with Mother Russia, and he was sort of toying with the idea of being a Marxist himself. But he's 14, so right now everything's going through his brain, so it's all good. But I said, no matter what he does.
So listen, hang on. Here's the thing, right? So I've read a bit of Karl Marx's literature, as I think most people should. Okay. Because you can't talk about Marxism unless you actually have read what Karl Marx has said. That's my thinking, right? I don't agree with Marxism. I think it's a terrible system in my personal view. However, if you read the literature of Karl Marx, you'll realize that he does propose a society that's beautiful, and he proposes this idea. And the reason why I disagree with him is because I don't think it's achievable. That's why I don't think it's possible. I think it's utopian. I think it's too utopian. I don't think it's basic. I think it's too idealistic. However, it is beautiful. It does sound amazing. And it is really the dream. It's living the dream. That's what it is. That's what Marxism essentially is. It's about, like, if you want to work, you can work. If you don't want to work, you don't have to work. If you want to be an artist, you can be an artist. And it's that kind of thing. So I personally don't buy into the idea of Marxism. I think it's terribly unsustainable. Stefan will obviously disagree, but here's the thing: it's great that he disagrees. And Stefan, in my view, he is the real deal. He is legitimate. He isn't fake.
Like, he's not going to take a pill.
No. And I think that people. I think there needs to be more people like him. I would love to have more conversations with Stefan and try and persuade him away from his views. And I suspect that he would like to persuade me away from my views. But I love the fact that he's genuine. And for example, like, I had a conversation with that guy this morning. For those who saw, and he really derailed me. I got way too emotional, and I got angry, and not because of what he was saying, but just because he took a lot of personal shots at me. Now, what makes Stefan, the upright man, a good conversationalist is that he doesn't attack you personally. He talks about the ideas. So he'll say to you, here's why I believe in Marxism.
Yes.
He doesn't say you are that and you are that.
To get his points across.
Yeah. So he's not attacking me personally. I dealt with like a whole bunch of bullets this morning in that conversation that got me angry, because I'm so used to people insulting me the whole time and pigeonholing me into like a box that I don't like, that isn't me. And then I've got to sit and I've got to defend that, and then the conversation goes the wrong direction, because now you're talking about the stuff that the guy's saying against you, not about the actual idea itself. Whereas what he does, and that's why I've had him on my show twice, because he chats about the ideas, and that for me is so much more valuable.
Right. No, it's true, and it's about, like Peter Boghossian says, it's about having the conversation. And just because, and like you talk about changing, you want to change this, and he wants to change. It's not about changing a person. It's about accepting that we're all different and that we have a right to exist for just being who we are.
Sorry, the brewers just give me a bit of a hard time. They said I must stop over talking. Okay, sorry.
No. And Rosemary Pretoria says all animals created equal. The problem would be that some inevitably will be more equal than others. Well, even the good book says that there'll be some less. What's it? There'll be some better. I don't know. Don't quote me. And I'm not probably the worst Jew ever. By the way, oh yes, and talking about Elizabeth, that woman is seriously talented. She makes things. She does woodwork. She does designs. I mean, her main business was the wedding industry. So if anyone is getting married in the next few months, and you want some brand new amazing ideas, give her a blank slate, which is something that you want. I mean, look at my intro video. I love my intro video. And she did exactly
It's
what
fantastic.
I asked.
Yeah, it's a great video.
Yeah. And she's really spectacular. And she's very talented. Like, she's taught TG guys some stuff. She's creative with software. She's creative. She's physically creative with actual molds and stuff. I mean, look at her website. I think it's busylizzie.co.za or .com. Oh God, you're gonna kill me now. But yeah, if there's a link, Elizabeth, put your link on the stream. Everybody check her out. She's seriously creative. I don't know what TG guys. What must I do? Can I leave it? Can I? Yeah. Okay.
Listen, I want to say, Ruth.
guy.
I've got to say, sorry, the upright man, he makes a good point. He says discussion is better than debating. And I 100% agree. Because debating has winners and losers, and you don't want that.
No, it's not about necessarily always debating. It's about having conversations.
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah.
You look incredibly distracted.
Because TG guys like a jack in the box, up and down, up and down, up and down. And I just want to see on our group, I see there are lots of things. I just want to find out if anyone's found my Joker yet.
Well, I'm going to go soon because I need to go to bed.
It's late. Okay, so what is the time? Yes, it's nearly 11. Well, everybody, thank you so much.
I'm gonna leave in 3 minutes.
Yes, ditto. I also have to get to bed. I also have work tomorrow. So thank God. But yes, if you're new here and you like what Jerm and I had to say, and you like, more importantly, what I had to say, please subscribe. And
I just got a notification saying I must watch Rebellious Ruth live on YouTube.
An hour later. I like this 30-minute thing that now the things are doing. They're giving you a 30 minutes ahead notification, which helps you plan for stuff.
I'm out. Sorry, guys. I tried, Ruth. I can't get used to your presentation style. Too ditzy and wishy-washy. Jerm, love your presentation style. Oh, Frano has just dissed you.
Oh, well. Oh, good. Well, yeah, I do get that. I do get that I am very wishy-washy. I am having a bit of a wishkey. But
Good night, Mareka. Good night, Mareka. By the way, Mareka, I hope you don't break down tomorrow morning on the side of the road.
You do that?
She broke down this morning, apparently.
Why I'm soft?
No, not as in like she broke down as she had an emotional breakdown. The car broke down.
Oh dear, that's horrendous. Well, hopefully she can get a lift to work.
Ruth, please do me a favor. Get the upright man onto your show. He's a great guy. He really is a great guy. Get him on, chat about.
Right,
because I tell you what,
send me an email. Sure.
You will disagree with him on so many things, but it doesn't really matter because he himself's a great guy and I think that he is worth having on your show. I think he needs more exposure. I actually really think he needs his own channel.
Fine, maybe you should have one. It's always good to get a red pill involved. But look at the greatest success of socialistic rehabilitation was the kibbutzim in Israel. If it wasn't for the kibbutzim, Israel never would have. Basically, it was the ground foundation of Israel. Everyone had to pitch in, do the work, and let the country flourish. Okay, now they're not really a lot of kibbutz. They are, but it's not really like it was 40 years ago. But yeah, so him and I can maybe talk kibbutzim if he a kibbutz in Israel. Like that's maybe a Marxist idea. But I don't know enough about Marxism, I must be honest. But anyway, good night, everybody.
I'm yawning. That's the sign. Hang on. Let me take my last sip.
God,
How's your drink? How's your drink?
Nearly finished too. So we're on a.
There we go. Let's finish. Let's finish.
Okay.
There we go. I am done. I'm done with my drink.
Oh, that's gonna put hair on my chest for sure.
Put hair on your chest? That's very unattractive.
Quite a bit of whiskey in there, thank you, sir. Oh.
Hair on your chest, I suspect, would be incredibly unsexy. So
no, hair on any woman's chest would be very unsexy.
Oh goodness me! Now you've just given me nightmares.
God. Okay, well, think of your beautiful blonde wife, and you won't have nightmares. All right.
Yeah.
Guys. Good night, everybody. Thank you so much.
Good night. Thank you for having me. It was great fun. Thank you.
You're most welcome. All righty. Bye, everybody. Clint, cut. Huh?